In this video, we will be taking a look at when a rookie, Justin Jefferson, dominated one of the best teams in the NFL, announcing his presence as one of the best receivers in the league. Jefferson's journey to being the NFL's best receiver has been interesting. A 4-star recruit his senior season, Jefferson chose to stay in-state and play at LSU. After seeing barely any playing time his freshman year, he really started to make a name for himself as a sophomore, having over 800 receiving yards and averaging over 16 yards per reception. But it was his junior season that would completely change Jefferson's life. The 2019 LSU team was legendary. They went 15-0, won the national championship, and were completely blowing out all of their opponents. Their offense was out of this world. Joe Burrow had the best single season ever for a college QB, throwing for over 5,600 yards and 60 touchdowns to just 6 interceptions. Jamar Chase was an All-American, tallying 1,780 yards and a whopping 20 touchdowns. And they got it done on the ground as well, putting up over 2,500 rushing yards as a team. But one other key player on that insane squad was Justin Jefferson. Acting primarily as their slot wide receiver, Jefferson had an amazing year of his own. He led all of FBS in receptions with 111 and had over 1,500 yards and 18 touchdowns to his name. And he was doing all of this against incredibly hard opponents. In the second game of the year against number 9 Texas, he exploded for 163 yards and 3 touchdowns. Then versus number 7 Florida, he had 10 catches for 123 yards and another touchdown. In the SEC Championship versus Georgia, Jettis had 115 yards and 1 touchdown, which included this outrageous play.
Looking downfield and throwing on the run, has a man open, Justin Jefferson at about the 43-yard line, far side, brought down around the 9-yard line.
But the very next game is when Jefferson really started to get a lot of national media hype. In the 2019 Peach Bowl, Justin Jefferson had one of the greatest games you will ever see from a college football receiver.
First team All-SEC after the play fake, the slant, the catch, and the touchdown! 77-9, that would be the record. Throwing deep, has a man, another touchdown! Burrow dodges the rush, going for Jefferson again! 22-yard gain, Burrow deep again, on target again!
14 catches, 226 yards, and 4 touchdowns in an absolute dismantling of the number 4 Oklahoma Sooners in the college football playoff. It was clear that Jefferson was legit as one of the best receivers in the nation after this performance. Tack on another 100-yard game in the national championship, and Jefferson would commit to the 2020 NFL Draft after an incredibly successful college career. The scouting reports for Jefferson were overall positive. Everyone fell in love with his route running abilities and how fluid of an athlete he was. But there was a big concern that almost every analyst had about him. Could he produce on the outside? At LSU, Jefferson played almost exclusively in the slot, providing him with easier matchups. And with defenses focused on Jamar Chase, they got even easier. But despite the concern, everyone knew how great of a receiver he would be in the NFL. A first-round projection, mock drafts had him going as early as 13, but the majority of them had him getting drafted by the Eagles at number 21, which almost happened. Philadelphia was on the clock at number 21, and Justin Jefferson was still on the board. Everyone assumed that this is where Jettis was going to go until this happened.
Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Reagor, wide receiver, TCU.
Yeah, Philly surprised everyone and took Jalen Reagor over the LSU receiver. The pick was so surprising, even the Minnesota Vikings front office was laughing at it.
Jalen Reagor, wide receiver, TCU to the Eagles.
Let's go get him.
Yeah. Hey, Pat.
I'm on it.
Nice. Get Justin Jefferson on the clock right now.
Jefferson's draft slide didn't last for long though, as the Vikings would then take him with the 22nd pick in the 2020 draft. Jefferson's career would end up getting off to a slow start. he had just 2 catches for 26 yards in week 1 and 3 catches for 44 yards in week 2. Then going into week 3, the Vikings decided to try something different. You see, in the first 2 weeks, Jefferson was playing from the slot exclusively, just like he did in college at LSU. But for this game against the Titans, they decided to split him out wide. And well, he absolutely dominated.
Arrest as Cousins completes it again to Jefferson, and he nudges ahead for a first down. Cousins taking a deep shot for Jefferson. Great adjustment. Cousins pump fake, now fires. Jefferson has it again for another first down. Down the sideline goes the rookie Jefferson. Cousins taking a deep shot. Jefferson's got separation, and he's got the catch inside the 40. Jefferson still going. See you later.
Justin Jefferson massacred the Tennessee defense that day, reeling in 7 catches for 175 yards, 1 touchdown, and also an iconic photo to go along with it. While Minnesota did end up losing that game, they came away knowing that Jefferson was a legit NFL receiver, and he would continue to prove so. He finished his rookie year with 1,400 yards and 7 touchdowns, coming in second for Offensive Rookie of the Year. He would then go on to set multiple different records for the amount of yards within the first couple of years of a player's career, make 4 Pro Bowls, 2 first-team All-Pros, and an Offensive Player of the Year award in 2022, en route to being considered the best receiver in the NFL right now. And it all started with that amazing game against the Titans in 2020.